video is specifically for any bride-to-bes. You may have never had a spray tan before, or you have, but you just want to ensure the one for the biggest day of your life is perfect. I have done another video which I will link below where I cover a lot of questions about spray tan, so you can have a look at that one also. Okay, the very first thing that I tell all of my brides is stay out of the sun. Tan lines are a bride's worst enemy, especially if you have a gorgeous strapless dress or a backless dress. Please don't think that your spray tan artist can cover any tan lines. We definitely can to an extent, but they will still be slightly visible. I highly recommend having a trial before your big day. That way you can see if you like the color or if maybe that you should go a little bit lighter or darker. With most brides, it's very, very common to just want a really nice natural tan for the day where no one actually suspects that you've had a spray tan done. So today I'm actually tanned in my very popular Mocha Caramel solution, which is my #1 go-to by all of my brides because it just gives off such a natural golden glow and no one actually suspects that you've had a tan. They just think that you've been out in the sun. If you don't want to get a spray tan for absolutely no reason at all, just to test it out, why don't you wait until you have a special event coming up? You could be a guest at a wedding or at your own bridal shower or for your hen's night. How many days before my wedding do I get a spray tan? I always suggest getting the tan 2 days prior. The day before is okay also. I often spray people the day before their event, but for brides, just to be super safe, I always recommend 2 days prior. So for example, if you are getting married on a Saturday, I would suggest getting your spray tan done and your bridal party on the Thursday evening. This is because it takes the tan at least a couple of days to really settle into your skin nicely and 24 hours to completely fully develop. And then you also have time to moisturize all over, hydrate your skin and completely lock in that top to toe golden glow. You also want your spray tan artist to ever so lightly go over your hands and feet. You still want a nice soft color on your hands as you'll be getting those perfect ring shots throughout the day. Same goes with your feet. Your photographer will be snapping gorgeous shots of you slipping into your Cinderella shoes on the day, so you definitely don't want this gorgeous glow and then your hands and feet to be white. So make sure that your spray tan artist does go over them just so it matches all together perfectly. A question that I get from a lot of my brides is, should I spray tan my face or not? If you have sensitive skin or your face is prone to breakouts a bit more often than not, I would suggest to not have your face tanned, just because you don't want to risk any breakouts or pimples on the day. But you may have really great skin and you get it done all the time, so if that's the case and you're comfortable with that, then go for it. I just suggest not to. I just want to be super safe and I don't want to risk anything on the day. The skin on your face is much more delicate than the skin on your body. Your makeup artist on the day will match your foundation to your skin anyway, so it won't look like you have a white face and a bronzed body. They will do the best job ever and make sure that it completely transitions in beautifully. Another idea is to trial your tan around the same time you'll be getting your makeup trials done. That way you can see it all come together and how you like it. Another question I get a lot is, when should I do my nails? Or will the tan ruin my nails? Or should I have my nails done before or after the tan? This really doesn't matter. It doesn't with the solution I use anyway. Any overspray that lands onto the hands and the nails can be wiped off immediately, so it won't stain your nails, it won't stain the color, nothing like that. I have sprayed so many brides and this has never ever been an issue. If you're still really worried though, you can use a tiny amount of barrier cream or moisturizer and just place it on your cuticles and nails prior to receiving the tan, but just be super careful. You don't want any white edges around your fingers for those ring shots that we mentioned earlier. Make sure all jewelry is off, especially any rings. Sometimes we're so used to wearing a piece of jewelry, our favorite necklace or our engagement rings, that we actually completely forget they are there. So please make sure you remove everything, that way you don't have any tan lines anywhere. Will the tan transfer onto my wedding dress? In most cases, no. The tan should not be transferring onto your white dress. I know for me, on my day, I had no transfer whatsoever and I was absolutely over the moon. There has been one bride, I will be honest, who did have a little bit of transfer sort of along here on her dress. It was a very, very tight dress and came up quite high under her arms here. Maybe it was the way she was dancing or her arms rubbing up against the sequins and the details, but it really wasn't noticeable at all unless she pulled you over and pointed it out. But like I said, 99% of cases you should not be seeing any transfer at all onto the dress, and I've come up with a trick to completely stop this for all of my brides. I have made another video, like I mentioned earlier, all about pre and post tan care, which is definitely applicable to any brides out there looking to get their first spray tan. So please have a look at that video if you have any more questions, because they will most likely be covered in that one. If you require any more advice about spray tans or have any more questions, I have popped my email address down below, as well as a link to my Instagram page. So feel free to get in touch. I absolutely love to hear from you guys.